everybody, No Drama Makeup Mama, welcome. This is your first time here. Hello, I'm No Drama Makeup Mama. You're actually starting this in the middle of a series if this is the first video of mine you've watched. This is part 2 of my monochromatic series. So I'm going to do primary colors first. I did yellow in my first video, which was, not my favorite look. And I'm going to do blue on this video, and my next video will be red, and then I'll start on secondary colors and tertiary colors and all that stuff. So right now we are going to do a blue look. I've already done all my makeup. I know I did a lot of cool editing in the last one, but you guys don't want to see that every time, I'm sure. So today I will be using the Lorac Pro Mega 4, Pro 4 Mega, Mega Pro 4, I don't know. But it has some really pretty blues in it. I will also be using the Viseart Libertine palette because it has this really nice matte navy. I haven't planned this out other than picking the palettes. I'm like, this really nice color. I have no idea if I'm going to use them or not. And then this Fantasia palette, which is a dupe for the Natasha Denona Tropics palette. And it has Euphoria and Dreamland in it. And then I have the Marrakesh palette that has a couple like mid-tone blues. And then obviously, I know you guys are waiting to be like, Jessica, there's an obvious palette for this. Obviously, we have Blue Blood. But I don't want to use as much of Blue Blood as I originally thought I wanted to use because I kind of want to that's part of this challenge too. I mean, it is a monochromatic challenge, so I'm doing just one color looks. But at the same time, I'm trying not to make it too easy where, obviously I could make a blue look with just Blue Blood, but I have a lot of palettes that don't get as much love as they probably deserve, so I'm trying to, use them all and kind of be like, oh yeah, that's why I like that palette, or yeah, I remember that palette, because otherwise I feel like there's some that I just completely forget about. So alright, so I have them all open before me. That was my problem last time too, is I didn't open them up first and then I was trying to find colors. So I've already primed my eyes with MAC Painterly Pot and put down a base color. So now we're just gonna go into it. I'm gonna use a very flirty crease brush, and I'm gonna start with Dreamland from the Fantasia palette, which is that really bright blue. Ooh. All right. If I'm going blue, I might as well go big, right? So I'm just going to windshield wipe this into my crease. That is very blue. And guys, this is a really good dupe. It's from the company Bad Habit. And I haven't tried any of their other palettes, but this one is really pigmented and was like $10. The Natasha Denona Tropics palette is like 100 and something. So, $10, 100 something. You decide. So, I'm trying real hard not to stay out of the tealy turquoise area because I might end up doing one of those videos too, and that's kind of more green than blue. So I'm trying just to do blue. But sometimes the lines get very blurry with blue. You're like, is that blue? Is that green? Is that turquoise? Do we put a separate category for turquoise? Is turquoise blue? Is turquoise green? All these questions you have to ask yourself. It's exhausting. It's exhausting, I tell you. All right, so that laid a really good, well, let's blend it, Jessica. It's called blending. It's a thing we like to do. I feel like I have more on my right eye than my left. Let me see. That's pretty even. Okay, so I've put that down, and now I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I've started doing almost like a reverse transition. I'll put a medium to dark shade down first, and then I go with the lighter. And I'll tell you why, because I feel like it helps blend better. Because you have your lighter shade, your darker shade down, and then you can blend it in with the light shade, and it kind of gives you more gradient look, which I enjoy. So now I'm going to go in. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and lay a light color down. So I'm gonna go in with I'm Cold from the Blue Blood palette, which is that baby blue. And I'm just gonna go right above where I took the Fantasia color and just kind of blendy blend. Blendy blend. And I don't know exactly where this look is going, so it's an adventure we're going on together. I know it's blue. That's all I know. I know it's blue. I really like this color. I really like the Blue Blood palette. I do not use it that much because I really don't use a lot of blue. It's just, you know, I don't know. You just automatically think 80s and, which, whatever, all that stuff is coming back. But, you know, I'm just talking. Ignore me. Okay, so now I have the color, the light blue color above the darker blue color. So now I'm gonna go into, what color now, Jessica? What color now? Don't know. Okay, I think I'm gonna go into Blue Monday, which is a cobalt blue. And I'm gonna go in with an angled crease brush. That's the color. It's like primary blue. And I'm just gonna kind of blend that into my crease a little lower than the other color. And kind of, I'm gonna start going down a little on my eye. I'm gonna do my eye a different way than I usually do. So if this ends up being a disaster, sorry. But I thought blue was a good color to try doing more of a halo eye with a cut crease instead of just doing, oh yeah, that's pretty. I'm just tapping lightly. Jeffree Star has pigment for days. And I'm just kind of going, I'm gonna make it darker than this. I feel like I'm overcompensating since my yellow look was so light. But now I'm overcompensating with the dark, but hey, whatever works. Okay, that blended very nicely together. Okay. So now we're gonna do, okay, so usually right now at this point I would put a color all over my eyelid or put like a lighter color and then darker color. But I'm not gonna do that because that's not how I'm doing my eyes. So instead what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a kind of pointed, if I can find one. Actually I'm gonna go back with its Ipsy brush. A pointed eyeshadow brush, and I'm gonna go into Libertine from the Libertine palette from Viseart and go into this navy color. And the reason I'm using a pointed brush is because I want it to be pretty precise. I don't want it to come up that much because my lid's gonna be darker than my transition. So I'm just kind of almost going, brushing it just barely in my crease and then just on the corners of my eye. You're like, Jessica, you're crazy. I am, I know. You guys, I'm addicted to the Viseart palettes now. I got the Warm Edit because it was inexpensive. And I got it and I was like, oh wow, this is really little. And I was like, okay, well, I used it and I was like, oh my gosh, okay, well, might be, though she be little, she be powerful. So I was super, super stoked. And then we had the Sephora sale, so I ended up getting Libertine and Tryst because they're just, the formula is so good. Like, I don't know, like, not to bash Natasha Denona because I'm not trying to bash her, but like her palettes are expensive and I don't really see the reason behind the price, you know. But these, I think I got these on the Sephora sale for like $40. And yes, they're smaller palettes, but oh my gosh, they pack a punch. Like, they're just so pigmented and the color stories are pretty. Like, it's just, I just really like them. I'm on a Viseart kick right now, so don't mind me. Okay, so you see I have a little bit of the blue on my lid. I'm gonna go ahead and make that happen a little darker. So I'm just gonna go back with that color from the Libertine palette and go right in the corner of my eye. And I'm gonna go right on the outside of my eye. So you see I'm kind of leaving like a blank space. I'll write your name. Sorry. Sorry. It happens. Sometimes you bust out in Taylor Swift. Even if you don't want to. Okay, so because I want this to look really dimensional and I don't want to just have like 3 eyeshadows on my eyes because, you know, I'm extra and I can't do that. I'm going to go in with a smaller shadow brush. Yes. And I'm gonna go into the color Denim from the Lorac palette. It is like, it's a denim colored. I mean, I don't know how else to describe it. And you probably are like, Jessica, dude, where are the shimmers? They're coming. They're coming, I promise. I promise. This denim, I always forget about this Lorac palette. I really love it. It's a great palette. And for some reason, I just never use it. Like, I always forget about it. And then it's like, it's kind of big, so I put it near the bottom of my drawers, and then I just forget about it. But it's really pretty. It has a great variety of colors. It like literally has something for everyone. I sound like a Lorac salesman right now. Has something for everyone. Oh, okay. Anyway, sorry. I'm in a weird mood today. I've been under the weather. So I'm just like getting back to myself. I'm always under the weather. I know some of you are probably saying that, but you know, it happens. So now I'm gonna take the e.l.f. eyeshadow primer in the color Pearl. And instead of applying it with the little wand, because I can't control that as much, I'm gonna take a puffy shadow brush and I'm gonna put some on that. And then I'm just gonna rub it on the middle of my eye, all the way up to my crease. Take a little bit more than that. You guys are like, what are you doing? I'll show you. All right, not much of this comes out at a time, so it's kind of hard to, I can't do it all in one pat. I have to, and whenever you're doing this kind of thing, you want to be really careful because you're putting a wet product on top of dry products. So, you know, when you blink or when you open your eyes really wide, it's gonna go everywhere. So just, that's why I'm taking my time, I'm patting it, and just kind of letting it live its life. All right, so now my eyes look really weird, right? Don't they? All right, so now we're gonna go in with some shimmer. So I'm gonna take just a basic, where's my MAC brush? I'm always looking for the MAC brush. Is this a MAC brush? No, it's a Morphe, but it'll work. Okay, so I'm gonna go into the Lorac palette once again and grab up this Fairy Tale color, which is a duochrome, and it's kind of, it's light blue, almost silver. I'm just gonna pack that on the middle of my eye. You guys are like, Jessica, that looks insane. It does, I know, I'll fix it. I don't do a halo eye a whole bunch just because it's not the best look for me. You know, everybody has eye looks that look better on them. For me, this look is hard to pull off because I have almond shaped eyes. So when you do a halo eye, it widens the middle of your eyes and makes the corners look smaller. So the reason I don't do that a lot is because the center of my eye is wide. I have almond shaped eyes, so my eyes are already wide in the middle and smaller in the corner. This looks really good on people who have round eyes because it elongates your eye a little bit. But I wanted to show you guys that, like, I don't just do the one look. Did I seriously just, do I have this? Okay, wait. Okay. I thought I was going crazy because I put this brush down and then grabbed this brush and I was like, that's the same brush. Why doesn't it have eyeshadow on it now? I have two of these apparently. This is a Morphe M166 brush. Apparently I'm a big fan. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with Ice Tray, which is in the Jeffree Star palette, and just kind of blend the blue so it's not quite such a startling difference. See, it looks really pretty when my eyes closed, but when my eyes open, it's not my favorite look. Gosh, I need to do a really banging look for red because I've been on both of these looks, I've been down on them, so I'll make sure the red look looks really good. I promise, guys. I'm sorry. It's just something a little different. All right, so now I want to darken it up a little bit more. Do you think I should? I can't hear you, so I'm going to. All right. You know that was funny. All right, so I'm gonna take one of my Moda Pro brushes. It's the detailing brush, so it's just a little tiny point. And I'm gonna go into Euphoria, which is back into that Fantasia palette. I don't know how, I haven't used these shimmers, so I don't know how they work, but we're gonna see. I'm just gonna see if I can get a little bit more tone. No, not with that, okay. Let's use Peacock from the Lorac palette. There we go. So I'm just basically re-emphasizing my crease. And I'm darkening up that outer corner, because even though I am doing a halo eye, I don't want to make it look bad. I don't want you guys to be like, oh my god. Jasper doesn't know how to do eyeshadow, guys. And I wanted it to be different. I've done blue looks before, and they look nothing like this, so. I'm getting Fallout City. Because it's blue. Blue is always going to have a little bit of fallout, just so you know. Alright, so I'm going to go right in my crease again with that Peacock. Mostly because I don't want that bright to go above my eye line. This is such a great little brush for this kind of work. Like if you're really trying to get detail, it's such a great, well, it's called a detail brush for a reason, so. All right, so now I'm gonna do my under eyes on camera, and then I'll do my mascara, lipstick, and highlighter off camera. But I wanna do my under eyes on camera so you guys can see kind of what I do. I have two different eyeliners that I'm gonna use today. The first one is Stila in the Smudge Stick Waterproof Eyeliner. It's in the color Midnight Blue. And then the other one I'm using is the ColourPop BFF Cream Gel Liner, and it's in the color Prance, and it's like a baby blue. So, let me just, I don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm having a moment. Okay. So the Stila is a dark, dark blue. Like it barely looks blue, it's almost black. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna tight line my eyes with that. So I'm just kind of rubbing it right in my lash line. And that's it. Just no V's, no like crazy things. See, I mean, I can see the difference. Can you see the difference? I hope you can see the difference. If you can't, get your glasses, put them on. All right. So just running that. The best way to do this, I know some people like to do like a one smooth stroke kind of thing, but when you're doing your tight lining, you're trying to get in between your eyelashes. Like you're actually getting in that eye, almost like doing your waterline on top. So when you're doing a tight line, I always think that you should take short little strokes, because that's really how you get in between your eyelashes. And if it helps to keep your eye open, you can keep your eye open. I do that sometimes I don't. It just depends on the day of the week. Okay. Whew. All right, I'm also gonna do my waterline with this. So I'm just going right along. Stila has the best liners for waterlines. They like go on so smooth, and they're not a pencil liner, so you never have to worry about, like I have straight up stuck myself in the eye with wood before using a sharpening pencil in my waterline. Oh, it was a disaster. So I'm basically just taking this all the way across. Now, if you have smaller eyes or you have more hooded eyes, I don't recommend doing your waterline, just because it does make your eyes look smaller for the most part. All right, so then I'm gonna take this ColourPop in the baby blue, which I've never used, it's brand new. And I'm gonna go right in the corner to about halfway. Ooh, yes. So I'm going about halfway in with that. And sometimes it can be hard to do your lash line. That's why I use a lot of shadow, because especially if you're a little older and your eyes are kind of got those fine lines or crepiness, it is hard. You don't want to pull on your eye so much, you know? So I feel you. Okay, now I'm going to take a angled liner brush. Shout out. No, I'm not. I'm gonna take a smudger brush. Ha, sorry, Ashley. And I'm going to go in with, oh, I don't know. All right, I'm gonna go in with, don't laugh at me. My husband's laughing at me. I'm gonna go in with denim because I want it to be kind of that mid-toned. So I'm gonna go in with denim and smudge it under my eye just a little bit. And kind of just make it blend with the liner. You can do whatever you have to do, hon. My husband's like looking at me like, can you finish so I can make dinner? Beauty takes time. All right. So, I mean, I feel like I should be happy with that, but I'm not. So I'm gonna go in with an angled liner brush. There you go, hashtag life with ankle-lifting spondylitis. I got stuff, I got stuff all over my shirt. Now I'm going into Dreamland, which is that first color that I put down. And I'm going right in the center. Oh gosh, I just got that all over my cheek. Right in the center of my eye. And kind of blend it out. Oh man, I got that all over my cheek. That's what you get for not tapping your brush. So, when something like this happens, when you have a bunch of shadow on your cheek, and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do, your natural impulse is to go like this and wipe it. Don't do that. That's what like fan brushes are for. So you take your fan brush and you just really lightly kind of go like that and it goes away. You don't want to put any pressure on it. It's like literally barely touching your face. So that way it wipes it off and doesn't give it that like, oh my God, I now have a blue streak on my face. All right, I feel like that's pretty even. There you go. I didn't use my Clara Cosmetics one at all, so now I'm going in with that Clara Cosmetics blue. You guys are like, Jesus, Jessica, it's enough. It's enough when I say it's enough. All right, so what do you guys think? Don't answer that yet. I'll be right back after I do my mascara and my highlighter and my lipstick, and then you can tell me what you think. Ta-da! So it might look a little smoky in here. We had a little incident with our dinner. It's okay. It's not burned. It's fine. I'm obviously well fed. But here's the finished look. So all I did was I put on lashes, obviously, because I thought since it was such a dark look that it really needed to. So I did that, and I took Coleman from the Blue Blood palette and used it as my brow highlight. And then I used the Physicians Formula in Iridescent as my actual highlight. And I used Kush mascara. And then I used the Seraphine Botanicals. Yes, I know, I'm addicted. I know. I can't stop wearing them because it makes my lips feel so good. I used the darker one this time though. So yeah, so this is my blue look. What you think? What you think? Let me know down below. And let me know too which ones you're most excited for. I've got red coming, and then we're gonna do orange and green and purple and pink and brown and on and on and on. So yeah, let me know down below. Also, still have my giveaway going on. I have given away 2 prizes. We've had 2 winners. We are now about halfway to 2,800, almost. When I get to 2,800, I'll pick a next winner, and then 29, and 3,000. So I still have 3 prizes left to give away. You have plenty of time to get in there. You just have to go to the my video marked 3,000 subscriber giveaway and look at the details on there, and it'll tell you how to enter. It is not too late to get in on the fun. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your ex-friends, ex-neighbors, whoever. All right, I will take a deep breath in, even though my house is full of smoke, but I'm doing it just for you guys. Ready? Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And everybody, be still.